lot of other teams kind of are lacking, because it's a very hard T-sided map, CT-sided map.
Yeah, it is a little bit of a CT-sided map, though, depending on the team, depending on the situation. Isak finds one. The entry on upper B, Brownhalls, though, is perfect for the CTs, for the Ts in this case, as IM finds one more, and it's going to add on to the pile of bodies that are about to begin piling up. Cello, easy as that, and they are all chiming in to find themselves the B site. Nexus, they will secure themselves this first pistol, almost certainly so, and they do that with ease. Train starting off on a bit of a rocky start, on a bit of a rocky beginning, and, well, what better way to begin than to find the pistol as the T's.
A good start there for Nexus. Of course, there will be the force up on the mix side. 4 deagles, 1 scout, but 5 HE grenades, so if you're not careful, you might get completely dunked in. The nades are not going to be able to connect just yet, but of course, the plus side of the scouts, of course, the fact that you can just get a tag with a scout and then finish it off with a deagle shot to take your opponent down. See if they will be able to get anything done right here, right now. There's going to be the peeking from IM. Wants to aggress, but the HE grenade tags him down low, and now he's in... Yeah, he's going to swap guns there. Picks up the Mac 10, is trying to rush out, but Bodemasa with the scout gets himself a kill. It's getting a little bit dicey. They managed to find Bodemasa, though, so that's at least a big plus. Close range. Deagle's on side. BQ gets the kill onto Cemente. Xelo is roaming around the site. They know that he's in that angle. Isaac's already pushed towards Pop. And BTN is going to peek in, but loses life. Bomb gets dropped inside Pop Dog right now, and uh-oh. This is a little bit dangerous for Nexus. Xelo, there's no real reason for the side of Lil Mix to peek out of Pop Dog or Connector because they have bomb control. Svet even gets a headshot onto Xelo. What's happening all over the place right now? MHN, the coach, 1v3, another Deeg headshot, and another great kill coming through.
It's crazy. It's what it is. That is a little bit of an unexpected turn. And again, we are going into these weird rounds. Nexus effectively getting pummeled in a round they shouldn't be, but then again, you know, it is Little Mix they're going up against, as I've been saying continuously. They are the better team as a whole, at least in my mind. They have a bit of a better individual performance on a few players, and Xelo and Seminsa might be as they are, but still, the whole team has to show up in this case, and with the replacement of Raga, it certainly pays a little bit into their... into the lack of their consistency, I guess you could say. In any case, a force buy by Nexus, of course. Deagles are out. And a pretty standard split across the map. Little Mix playing it very safe, as one would expect. The CTs don't want to endanger anything here. They know how difficult it was to come by, but the previous, and they don't want to put it on the edge. They want to lose. They do not wish to lose it just because, just because they are feeling hungry for frags.
Dangerous round that they lost. Lil Mix, of course, will now have the full guns. They need to be careful. Deagles can return the favor, though, but it is going to be that B execute flash comes out. Blinds Quicks, pushes him off the angle, and they manage to cross towards the site reasonably safely. Get the bomb planted, and it's going to be the retake situation. Isaac is heavily tagged, so it needs to be careful. It's going to be some quick traded frags coming through, but the advantage does lie in the CT's favor. And MHN, the coach, 1 versus 3. Again, last man standing. What can he get done? He's just going to crawl down below. Bomb got tapped, but Svet gets the headshot, and that is the kill coming through for the side of Lil Mix, and they will be able to get the bomb defuse going as well. So this is all in all looking pretty decent for Lil Mix. After that nice recovery.
Yeah, well, they still got the plant, and that is a success story for Nexus, no matter how we want to spin this. But Train, you know, Train is a map that demands a great deal of focus for the CTs, and we might say it's a CT-sided map, and indeed it is statistically at least as well. but it does demand a great deal of control from the CTs. It demands a great deal of understanding from the CTs, and above all else,
Oof.
yeah, it does demand that the CTs play very carefully when they're on edge, when they're put up against it. Cement said,
Uh-oh.
"Oh shit, okay." BQ, nice little push into main at least, so he's gonna make this one an even Stevens odds, but it looks like it should be around to Nexus if they play their cards right. And this is what I'm talking about. A single mistake. The player on B ramp getting caught immediately was enough to draw the entire round to question. And, well, it's a 2-on-1. I think we know where this is headed. Nexus, I think they might actually have it now.
And that was a quick turn of events that I did not foresee just yet. It's all on Svet.
they have
Bomb is taking down, and he cannot even get the defuse. He's not even going to be able to save that AK. And the money is rather tight for Lil Mix. They actually don't have enough. They should probably go for an eco and buy into the next. But some teams, yep, that's what I was a little bit fearful of. Some teams might just decide to buy into this one. They're going to do exactly that. Xelo's going to be playing that T-side op, so Bodemas is looking to drop him and bring that gun into his own favor.
Well, I mean, it's a disappointment. It's what it is here. Like, that they actually lose the last round. Like, come on, lads. You know better than to throw it all away like that.
Well, they still do have plenty of chance here. Of course, as you said, last round, not the greatest. There's a scout tag onto IM. So he's dropped low. Big plus for Lil Mix. And Nexus, can they brute force their way into one of the sites? It does seem that their plan is going to be A with a decent execute. But Isaac is getting a little bit antsy here. And he's going to gain all the intel. It's going to be that A bomb site hit flash coming out into Pop Dog. They know now that there's a player up top Pop. Sved peeks out. Wide, does not have the full spray control. Is going to get peeked in though. Double peek, but he gets so much done and keeps them distracted from pushing out. They managed to secure themselves the AWP as well, and that is Lil Mix taking the round back immediately.
Well, they are definitely quick on their toes, which is a nice thing, as we do have Nexus forcing up into an AK, double AK, maybe a third one if there's the money for it. Nope, it's just going to be 2 AKs and a few Deagles and a Mech 10. Utility-wise, they're not looking too sweet either way, but this is going to be a B push by the looks of it. I like it. I like the idea behind it. If they actually commit to it, they might have been able to break the defense. Isak was alone for the few seconds up here, but now Quix has already responded to the threat, and he's already back on to hold the line here. Here comes the push, spots the players crossing. 2 are on the lineup though, as Isak and Quix both find 1. The damage is quite severe, and yet again they take control of B site. Xelo finds another, that's BQ, the AKs, and Xelo! So much for that third round for Lil Mix. It didn't really help them too much, did it now? And ooh la la, cutting it close, but IM will win the duel. And Nexus tied back up. This is a bigger problem for the CTs than it is to be believed, especially the fact that they are on the CT side. They cannot afford to lose rounds like these and economy like these, or this.
That was a little bit of a problematic situation there for Lil Mix. They got overwhelmed quickly and they got overwhelmed efficiently. And yeah, they got just completely annihilated. Of course, they have won these types of rounds before. Will they be able to get it done again? BQ playing close to white box, peek in from Cemente. Does expected, gets the opening pick, doesn't even lose a point of HP, and they just annihilate the CT side defense. Bodemasa drops the bomb though, but he already gets flanked from every possible angle, and that is going to be Nexus taking the lead from Lil Mix. And that's, I mean, if they manage to get 6 rounds on Nexus, that's already great stuff from them.
It really is, and we can see right now, I mean, it's just going to continue down this line. The CTs are in dire trouble. They have no answer to the aggression. They have no answer to the early plays. And It's one of the problems that the CTs continuously face: economy and response to their to their aggressors. Now we could see Little Mix in the previous moment, in the previous round, 2 rounds ago more specifically, where BQ pushed into main and he took 2 players down on that anti-eco. And that's what we should be expecting even on gun rounds. They need to take control of the map. Pop and main, or Ivy and main, or Ivy and Pop. You know, they need to be a bit more proactive in their approach. Otherwise, Nexus will simply throw their hands up and easily overshadow anybody coming their way. And we already see here this eco round shouldn't be finding too much of anything. Well, a single frag, that's a good start. The second one could be happening as well if they're going to be lucky enough, but yep, there we go. So not too shabby, not too shabby. I mean, that's pretty cool. They even tag onto Semince, doing decent damage, and I might believe they can still win this round if they get another one on the board without losing the rifle, without losing the AK. And yep, they will get one. But that should be the end of it. Yep. 5-3. Perfect stuff for Nexus. I mean, there's no better way to put it. This is as good as it gets for the T side. Truly it is.
Yeah, they managed to deal a lot of damage so far. There will not be an AWP for Lil Mix, and that really is a big issue on a map like Train. It probably is one of the, if not the most op-centric map in the entire map pool. It so many long-range angles that you can easily reposition from our problematic Cemente. Just rushes through, spots the jump, but Svet still manages to get the headshot kill onto Cemente. Great job from Svet there. Crawled down by IM. Gets tagged in his feet, but will be able to at least stay alive. Jumps down afterwards. Is going to push forward, and 1, 2. No one checks Pop Dog afterwards, and that is just a big issue coming through. Svet even gets spotted out by IM. Does manage to get 1 kill, but it is a lot of damage being dealt here. It's still doable, of course, with BTN on 1 HP. Getting the bomb on site, getting his head chopped off. Bomb gets dropped as well, and that gives some more time for BQ to chime in. That's Xelo getting the kill with the AWP. It's a one-on-one situation. BQ versus Xelo. We saw the statistics on the previous map where Xelo killed him 6-1 at one point. So the odds in that regard favor Xelo, but of course he needs to get the bomb plant in, and the CTs have a vision of it, but this is all on timing right now. Will Xelo be able to get behind him? No, BQ gets into the site just in time. And behind site, there's going to be the steps. Heard him. BQ shuts him down. Well, 2-6, that is then. Even recovers the AWP, and Lil Mix are not out of this one just yet.
I mean, it was all eyes on BQ there. He was the saving grace, and without his clutch, Lil Mix would not only be in trouble, but they would be in pretty much the shittiest position you can be as the CT on Train. And right now we're going to have a very close call, as this is a do or die moment for both sides. Whoever loses this will be reset. We'll have to focus on an eco. Now for Nexus, they are a bit of a lucky, they have the lucky draw to be able to put up a potential plant. And with that, well, if they do get the plant down, they can still somewhat buy the next if indeed they would want to. But ooh, Quicks the flank. He's been read. Semince, good intuition. That is gonna hurt for Little Mix. They lose a player they can't really afford to lose in this case. I mean, with a man disadvantage, they'll have to make a move, and soon. Now, usually there's 2 options the CTs go for. It's either a very, very turtle move, and they just put themselves into a defensive posture, or it's even more aggression. And unfortunately here, it's the latter that doesn't really pay off as well. Again, Quicks, or excuse me, Isak more specifically, picks up a
nice
frag,
flank, though.
But that's it. Yeah, I mean, the flank, it can work if they play it right. And well, certainly Svedgehead will play it right as he finds the first. Oof, BQ spotted the player in back 5.
Gets
He needs
on
to
the
win this.
sights, but BTN takes him down. BTN 10 HP is enough to stay alive and will be able to fight another day. Of course, Svet is still on that flank. MHN close range with the Tech 9. Svet does not expect it. Quick headshot, and it is Bodemas losing his life. And Nexus now breaking Lil Mix again and again and again. Money is tight. Lil Mix is in trouble. And Nexus will be probably edging away with this game right now.
Well, it definitely feels like it. Nexus doing a damn good job at controlling Little Mix continuously. And we can see right now, this eco round does them no justice. Little Mix in a troublesome spot.
Well, let's see what they can get done, though. They do have Zeus for BQ. Svet gets the opening pick on Texello. Well, that's the AWP of Nexus dropped, which, of course, is possibly recoverable. It's not in a position that you'd normally rush towards if you're CT to try and pick it up, but a man advantage. Zeus for BQ close range might be able to get that cheeky little kill jumping off of the ladder as well. Will they be able to flush him out? It doesn't seem to be the case just yet. He's just going to be Gucci hanging on the ladder. It is a Bodemaster for the CTs losing his life, though. Really struggling in both these maps. The second and the third map, both really not going too well for him. Unfortunately, he's been in Struggle City ever since. Peek out. Nope, the Zeus is not going to get the job done, and Sved, the last man standing, gets overwhelmed as well. 7-4, 1 round away from taking the half away from Lil Mix, who are playing on the, well, I mean, arguably easier side.
Well, I mean, you say the easier side, right? I'd say at this point it doesn't look that easy, but it is going to be a chance here for them to still conclude the half with a potential 8-7 if they play their best, if they are putting themselves on the edge. I am a little bit stuck on that ladder, will be dropping a little bit differently, and that allows BQ to get that another second of shooting in order to finish him off. Down to 19 he goes, but he gets at least the entry. Little Mix going to be happy they were able to secure that. Bodenmaster tagged heavily. A single nade will take him out. And right now, this is a problem. The CTs cannot afford to lose both players here, and they will lose only the one, but they will lose the second as well, almost instantaneously. The B push coming through as Quicks is closing in on the gap. He will have the off close range long enough prepared to be able to take the first player coming down. And luckily enough for Little Mix, it all comes together, aligns as the stars come through. 7-5, and should be a not exactly the best rebuy available to Nexus. I mean, they did lose quite a few players in the previous rounds, so it would make sense that they're not exactly in the best of positions. Pistols and Kevlar is what they're going to be going for, respectively.
Well, Pistols and Kevlars is the name of the game then. Let's see if they can get anything done with it, or if Lil Mix will be able to follow suit and get themselves back in the game. They desperately need to. It's Bodemaster actually on the XM with Quicks playing the AWP right now. And Bodemaster does manage to get a kill, but he gets dropped down to 4 HP as well. So, not a great position to be in for that big boy gun. He is actually rotating towards Ivy right now. Quicks takes down Cemente with the big green stick, and Bodemas playing off angle. Boom, boom, boom. Easy cash coming through for Lil Mix. Xalo 1 versus 5 will be dropping momentarily. Peeks out wide and taken down by BQ. Lil Mix, they are keeping it close at least in this series.
Well, they're cutting it as close as possible. That's true. But this third map is certainly a long way from being done just yet. As, like I said, a chance for the 8-7 half for Little Mix to go their way still is there. And we see the AKs have been bought up. And it's, again, a lot of presence towards upper halls. A few players down on towards main as well. Actually, it looked like there would be more in upper halls, but never mind. They're going to